It's If I Was a Betting Man, and we are live on Buzzer, on Twitch, on YouTube, on everything that you could ever possibly want. As always, live on Buzzer, our platform of choice. My name is John Tyler, joined as always by Vinny Buono. Vinny, Dylan Cease just had a no-hitter broken up in the ninth.
Oh, how many outs?
0, no outs.
No outs.
Something that makes every manager regret letting his pitcher stay in the game. When you think of a no-hitter, what do you think of, Vinny?
Honestly, the first thing I think of is Jim Abbott.
Jim Abbott.
Jim Abbott. He was my favorite player growing up. And that no-hitter he pitched for the Yankees in 93 is one of the greatest things ever. And one of the best stories ever.
Incredible. It really is. That's like if you're going to do 10 minutes on baseball, you got to show that Jim Abbott.
You have to.
No hitter.
That guy played baseball with no hand.
Yeah, he had one hand.
And he flipped the glove. Like, it's amazing.
No, he's a true human hero.
Yes. And
global hero.
For anyone who's young and has never heard of Jim Abbott, go look him up.
Look up Jim Abbott, the great Jim Abbott, a guy that against all odds became an incredible baseball player and played for the New York Yankees of all teams. Well, what a week in sports. It feels like it's been forever since we've been here, but it's only been 7 days. The World Cup is in full effect. Are you enjoying the World Cup so far?
I certainly am. The World Cup's been great. A couple more penalty kick games. Couple of things went against some teams. I don't think there was some questionable calls. Croatia got screwed. Egypt got screwed. Egypt got really screwed.
You know what's crazy? Like, you think about in American sports, the instant replay, it had to evolve over time.
For sure.
And it was bad for a while. And sometimes in sports like football, they still get it wrong, but they don't get it wrong to the extent that the VAR guys in the World Cup are getting this wrong.
Oh, again, it's so wrong.
It's kind of a wild thing, and it makes everybody scream conspiracy.
Yes.
You know, but my saying is always don't attribute to conspiracy that which you can more easily explain by incompetence. It's just people doing a bad job. It's honestly, I think it's the only way to explain it because there's a bunch of guys from a bunch of countries running this show. The ref teams are incredibly international, and they keep blowing it, and they keep blowing it in ways that are like shocking. That Egypt VAR, everybody's like, oh, of course, the goal stands, and then they wave it off. It was really incredible, and that's also a shame because it was a beautiful shot.
I mean, I'm also just thinking, there were Jordan rules, there were Kobe rules, there were LeBron rules. I just think the longer Messi stays in this tournament, the better it is for the World Cup. Egypt got screwed out of a goal, man, in that first half. Well, second half.
Yeah, but
55th minute, they got screwed.
But we're going to talk all about the World Cup. We're going to run through, to me, what are the top stories in the World Cup. But don't you think Messi would have? I love the quote that he gets this look in his eye, and that the game is about to turn on its head.
Oh, for sure.
Do you think that it would have mattered if it had been,
I think a third goal would have mattered. Like, how Tom Brady made that post 28-3, and it's like, if that game's 35-3, no matter how great Tom Brady and the Patriots were, he wasn't going to be able to make up that other 7 points.
Maybe so.
I'm just saying 3 with 10 minutes to go would have been almost impossible.
I don't know. I mean, it is kind of wild. Okay, so let's run through I want to run through, this is what my idea of the storylines in the World Cup so far. I'm going to run through the 5. I'm going to start.
Okay.
It's maybe a little bit anticlimactic, but I'm going to start with what I think is the number one story, and that is Messi is incredible.
No, he's calling that he's the greatest.
Well, he was the greatest before this World Cup.
For sure.
He was the greatest before, and now he's the double greatest. Now what we're watching is, this is what I keep thinking is we're watching Babe Ruth, but for the world's game. Not for the American Pat. This is the world's game, and this guy is the best ever at it. And it's sort of like a Jalen Brunson story. He's a small guy. You know, he had to fight the entire time all the way up. He comes from Argentina. He's not in, you know, you look at the countries left in this World Cup and it's typical.
Yeah.
There's 8 countries left. 6 of them are European countries. And that's standard. That's pretty standard, you know. It's very difficult for South American countries, despite Brazil's success over the years, to, you know, have sustained success in the World Cup. And it seems like wills Argentina there and over and over again.
And it's going back to Brady and LeBron. Now, guys, like, think about it 20 years ago, 20, 30, even 15 years ago, if we would have talked about 40-year-olds still being the best athletes in their game. Like, this is something new. Like, this is happening. Like, players are playing a lot longer. And Messi could play probably another 4 years if he wants to at a high level.
It seems like it because he doesn't do too much. He doesn't try to do too much.
And he knows what he is.
He looks good. He tries to do just the right amount. And he's not doing the theatrics that he was capable of incredible footwork with the ball.
Sure.
You know, earlier in his career. Incredible. And he doesn't do that anymore. Now it's a much simpler. It's sort of like the old man basketball game at the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the coupon game.
Exactly. The guy who's way older than everybody else.
But he's on top.
He's shifty and he just does a simple layup. He just does it. He's got a shot. He's got like a hook shot that he's mastered over time. But Messi's, the number of, his bag of tricks is massive. And he's able to do all of these things, not kick penalty kicks. He's not great at penalty kicks, which I think is crazy. Because, I mean, penalty kicks are free throw shots. He's basically Shaquille O'Neal. You know, Shaquille O'Neal, the game was easy for him for a lot of reasons, his size being a major component. But he couldn't, the game where, the thing where you're focusing, staring at the rim, and everybody's watching and it's quiet, he could not do no matter what. He spent a ton of money. He hired all kinds of coaches. None of it mattered. And it seems like it's the same thing for Messi. He cannot kick penalty kicks. He's at like a 50% rate, which is terrible.
Wow. It's wild.
It's wild. Okay, so to me, that's the biggest story so far in the World Cup, and will be no matter how Argentina does at the end of this World Cup, I believe. The number 2 story is, of course, the red card game, the United States, or red card gate, rather, the United States against Belgium, and the aftermath of repealing the Flanagan red card.
The same play, Messi had the same play, and they didn't call a red card on him. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Sure. I mean, I think we can all agree that the call was bad. I think everybody agreed that the call was bad. And then everybody who is a talking head on television said, but it doesn't matter because if you appeal this, FIFA will never overturn this. It's something that they don't do. They're going to stick to their guns. They never overturn this. And it was kind of a neck-breaking thing to see them reverse this, and it's repealed, and immediately everybody says it's a disgrace before the Belgium-US game. And, you know, from my perspective, like, I guess, like, but it's fair. Like, a disgrace? Like, it was a bad call.
It's a bad call. It's a bad call.
So the fair thing, what happened was fair.
Here's the thing that I'll never get. Let's say an organization like MLB for years and years and years looked away from something, but we all knew it was wrong. Let's say steroids, you know? And then they decide, okay, at this moment, we're going to change this. That's a good thing.
Great thing.
You know what I mean? So to get mad that right now, just because
only having white players in the league.
Yeah.
You know?
And just because it's the USA and people are going to go, like you said, conspiracy, it's because of the home country.
Listen, everybody's basically admitted it was because of the phone call that Trump made to Infante. But you know,
instead of losing 6-1, we lost 4.
Well, that's the thing. So I think this is the point. Everybody's saying, "Oh, it's a stain." Even though Belgium won, this is a stain on the World Cup. I think from FIFA's perspective, they have no problem burnishing their relationship with Trump, which, you know, they gave him a peace prize, which doesn't make any sense. Who's FIFA to give out a peace prize? That doesn't make any sense. First of all. The second thing is FIFA's looking at this going, well, the Americans aren't going to win this thing. The Americans have no shot. So they don't care. And they're like, listen, we want a good game. We want the Americans to feel like they had their best shot out there. And they allowed it to happen. I don't know if, you know, listen, I think fair is fair, and I think that the fair thing was letting him back in the game, allowing. What I'm messing up his name. I spelled it wrong in my sheets.
You know I'm not going to get it right.
You're definitely not. Is it? I spelled it wrong on my sheet. Is it Balogan? I cannot. Falogan? Is it? Logan. Oh my God. We're just going to take a break because I got to get this. Yeah. Folarin Balogan. For the love of Mike, Folarin Balogan. Scream it from the rooftops. I'm going to title the name of this episode Bolarin Falogan. Even though it is actually, well, no, I think we're going to hear his name quite a bit because the reality is he's going to get a Premier League job literally the day the World Cup is over. And I think there's going to be a bunch of teams vying for him. But, you know, you listen to Zlatan and Thierry Henry, who are phenomenal announcers on the Fox broadcast. I think they're great. They're a little bit, you know, Zlatan just says, you know, the same things over and over again, sort of the obvious things. You know, Henry is quite reserved. He doesn't say a ton, and he also says typically.
Very nice guy. I've met him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bob Bruno. Came into Bob Bruno.
Thierry Henry?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He came into Bar Bruno.
Yeah.
What was he doing?
He was going to Lucali's, and he came in with Mark.
Oh.
Him and the AJ. He's the other guy, Lallis.
Alexi Lallis?
Alexi Lallis. Yeah.
The three of them?
Yeah.
Palling around. So Henry and Lallis are like buddies?
We're going back. This was 10 years ago, but yeah, at that time.
It doesn't seem like it on the broadcast.
I know.
They don't seem like
they were both very nice.
Did they have margaritas?
They did have margaritas.
Yeah, of course they did.
Yeah.
That's what Mark said. He said, let's go get a margarita and then we'll have pizza. That's great. So that's really interesting. Lucali, of course, the very famous pizza place right here in this neighborhood on Henry Street.
In the world.
Is that your opinion? That's the best pizza in the world?
Yes.
I miss the days when you could just pop in there and just sit down.
Or even take a pizza to go.
I mean, a lot of times they were like, we're not serving today, but if you'd like to order a pizza to go, it'll be ready in an hour. And we did it. I did it. I don't know how many times. 100?
To his credit, I mean, that place blew up 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's blown up even more. Like, you know, usually like things die down. It hasn't.
I mean, when you consider that pizza and Brooklyn are like the same thing, you know, it's like if you're going to go to Brooklyn, you got to have the pizza, and everybody in the world loves pizza.
That is true.
Then you got to go. And I mean, the line is right now, I guarantee you, down the block around the corner.
I believe it.
Right now.
I believe it.
I see it constantly when I drive by. So anyway, what I was talking about was Zlatan, Henry. They came out on the broadcast multiple times and they said the United States has no shot. So much that I think a producer literally said, "Stop. This is an American audience that you're broadcasting to. Stop saying that. You have got to stop saying that." And they did. They did stop saying it, you know, after the first couple of matches. And I think they were right. I think they were right the whole time. I think that everybody sort of allowed, you know, like there was going to be a miracle on ice situation. There was not going to be a miracle on ice situation. We saw it in the game against Belgium. They were overmatched from the beginning. The team captain, Tim Ream, who played in the Premier League for a long time. He played on the fringe of Premier League for even longer. He's, you know, one of the better American players ever. And he was the captain. He's 38 years old. He played terrible. He had a bad game in the Belgium game.
And let's be honest, and this isn't just for the United States or Canada, Mexico. Most host nations, even though they say it's random, usually wind up with an easy group because they want the host nation to at least make it to the next round. It's good for the World Cup if the host nation can get to that round. And the United States had a nice little run, but when they got to the big boys, they're still in the minor leagues. The MLS is basically a double-A league if we're talking about maybe a single-A league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, like
exactly.
The talent just isn't there.
No, it's not. It you know.
The best athletes are always going to play basketball, football, and baseball.
I think that's right. I think that's right. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. And, you know, in time, we may see it change. MLS has gained a ton of popularity, and the games do, you know, the team, there's good attendance in the MLS.
For sure.
So, we can see what happens. Everybody overreacted the day after the United States lost. Everybody said yesterday, we're recording this on Wednesday, July 8th. Everybody said, they'll never win a World Cup. We don't have to go crazy. Things can change, things can happen. And also there is room for another professional sports league in this country. We have a lot of people in this country. This is a large country compared to some of the other countries that are phenomenal. The United States has a population that can support another sport, I think.
See, I don't want my best athletes playing soccer, but
well,
that's just me.
I like soccer. I like watching it. I enjoy it. I like going, I was just talking to, I'm going to take my son and go see NYCFC game. Although, I was like, the Freeze, the goalie for the team it was before the Monday night game.
Uh-huh.
He plays for NYCFC. We should go watch a game. And then he had that horrible play in the game that cost him a goal. Okay. That's to me, the second biggest story. To me, the third biggest story so far in this World Cup, England, Mexico. Incredible all-time match.
Great match. The rain affected Mexico, unfortunately. That was a great match, and England just got the best of them, but Mexico played really well. Really well. I think once you saw that it was an offensive surge, you knew that game was favoring the England.
Yeah.
Mexico plays more of a defensive game.
Yeah.
But they played phenomenal. They gave the best showing out of all three of the host nations.
Not even close.
And honestly, if they would have played Belgium, I think Mexico would have had a legitimate shot of advancing.
That's an interesting sliding door there. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like Mexico also is a little bit outmatched when it comes to these European teams. I don't think that they're a top 10 team in the world. They have players that are very, very good, but they just don't have the depth. And they also, I don't think, have the coaching. It doesn't seem like their coach had it together. I don't know if they were very well prepared for that match. Obviously, the adrenaline is high because they're playing, a home game in Mexico City. So, you got to give it to, England didn't even play they didn't play great.
No.
But, Jordan Pickford had an incredible game. He's the goalie for England. And Jude Bellingham for England was also absolutely fantastic. He was great in that game. And they were just able to, bend not break, the classic football mantra at the end when it was just cross after cross after cross after cross into the box. And they just held on to win. Okay. The next big story from this World Cup so far to me is Finland. Finland is so fun. They took down a pretty flat Brazilian team. A team that really never had it together.
Norway.
What did I say? Oh, yeah, Norway. Sorry, Norway. The team that, oh, my God. I keep making mistakes today. What am I doing? Norway. They never had it together. They, really didn't see. I really don't understand, I guess keeping Neymar on the bench is. Keeping Neymar on the bench is, maybe the thing to do, but he's old. Like bringing him in the second half and expecting him to manufacture a goal, even though he did get a goal. It just, to me, I didn't like the look of the Brazilian team. It's just, I don't know what to say. I'm not sure what's going on with the Brazilian teams right now. And honestly, I don't follow them. So I have no idea. But anyway, Norway now has a very winnable matchup against England. And we'll see what Holland can do.
It's going to be a great game.
It's going to be a great game. I think the game of this next four that is the game that I'm most looking forward to is that game.
I would have to agree. That's going to be a great game.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. The fifth biggest story for me in this World Cup so far is France is very quietly a massive favorite to win. It's crazy. Nobody's talking about them.
And they have actually, that last game was a little tougher, but there's never been a doubt at any second in any of these games that France isn't always in control.
They're really in a similar situation as the Knicks. They're rolling. They're rolling, and you can't get complacent.
No.
They got to be able to come out and strike hard and fast. And, this is not going to be an easy round for them. They got Morocco. A few people picked the Morocco to upset them. in the the talking heads on the. I've been watching some of the British recap shows, and a lot of the I would say maybe a quarter of the British talking heads are picking Morocco to win that game, which I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. I mean, it's just they're so deep. And they look so good. They look so organized. They look so well coached. They look like a team. To me, England has not looked like a team yet. I think my money is on France to win the whole thing.
Do you think we're going to see this a rematch, France-Argentina? It seems like it's just everything is the stars have aligned for that.
Let's not discount. So France would play Spain in the next round.
Yes,
if both get through,
and England would probably play Argentina.
Right, if England gets through,
and if Argentina gets through, Switzerland has been great.
Yeah, penalty kicks against Colombia. Colombia was spicy. They were a good team. I think that they got a game further than anybody expected. I just think that if I had to bet on it, I would bet that it was going to be it would be Argentina France. But I would not bet on Argentina to win it all. France will be heavily favored in that matchup, even though if it is the final, Messi is going to do everything he can to win that game.
For sure, but Mbappe is going to try it too.
100%.
And would be great. It'd be like last time, both of them would be going for the Golden Boot.
Oh.
And if we go back and look, I believe they tied for the Golden Boot.
Right. What is the tiebreak for the Golden Boot?
You would go both. I believe you win on both bets. I believe that's what happened last time.
Interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, let's go to receipts. So this is a segment where we discuss our bets from last week and how we fared, how we did we win, did we lose cash. I bet on the money line for the U.S. men to win the first knockout game against Bosnia-Herzegovina, which they obviously did. What was your bet last week?
I hit on one, I lost on one. I took Egypt in the last game, and then I took Mexico versus England.
You took Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly,
I did something really dirty on July 4th too.
What'd you do?
I'm a little embarrassed about it, but I'm glad I won money. I bet against the Mets, against the Braves.
Come on. They're playing the Braves.
I know. I was so mad at work, and I was so mad at them, and I took the Braves in the over in the parlay.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Braves in the over.
You know how dark my relationship is with the Mets.
That's rough. What team do you hate more than the Braves?
What team do I hate? I usually hate the Phillies more, but I'm on the Philly bandwagon for Mattingly. And I probably hate. Do I hate the Yankees more than Braves?
See, this is something that Yankee fans don't understand, and this is like me. I grew.
You would hate Duke, right?
I grew up in Syracuse. This is exactly what I was going to say.
Okay.
I grew up in Syracuse. I'm a huge Syracuse basketball fan. We went to the games when I was a kid. Every game, every home game. And I hate Duke. They only. It's only since they started playing in the. I hated UConn when they were still in the Big East.
For sure.
And now I hate Duke. And Duke. It's like the Mad Men line. They don't even think about us.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's the same thing with the Yankees and the Mets. Like I don't understand the Met. It's because of all the championships.
It's just a Yankee fan, but listen, I root for the Yankees up to Game 7 of the World Series for all the bars like in the city.
Right, sure.
But then I want you to lose Game 7.
Why? What do you care?
Because you guys have had enough happiness in your life.
Yeah, but not really.
Yeah, you've had a lot of happiness in your life.
Listen, the 90s, Yeah,
the 90s, 2009. You're a winner even when your best players are out. Seeing the Rays with the Met reject Mullins at batting fourth beat you is kind of funny, but it's also sad for the Mets. The Rays are 30 games better than the Mets.
I'll tell you what, the Rays are good. They have the best record in the American League.
I know, but the Rays are a regular season good.
I agree.
So it doesn't. The Yankees just need to make the playoffs.
I agree.
But it's fun right now to see the Yankees struggling.
Is it?
It's not fun. It's not fun, but it's like It makes it better for
I just
a
don't
Met fan.
understand it. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. It's like
Misery loves company.
it's like I guess I just don't understand it. Whatever.
Would you want, if the Bills made the Super Bowl, would you want to see them win?
No.
But don't you love your brother?
Yeah.
Okay,
but they play in the same division as my team. This is the thing.
Yeah,
they're not even in the same league.
But it's the same division is the same as same state.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It is not.
Let me tell you, we should put a poll.
I don't care about the Giants if the Giants win. I don't care. I don't care about
but the Giants and Dolphins aren't in the same state.
They are in the well, they're not in the same state. That's true. I'm in the same state as the Giants.
You are in the same state as
and I'm a Dolphins fan.
But I'm just saying state to state is like division to division.
I don't think so.
It is. Because think about it. It's a group of people who are like-minded.
Tampa Bay. I don't care.
Yeah, but
I could give a shit.
But you care about the Red Sox.
I hate the Red Sox. They're in the same division as the Yankees. What are you doing? You're making a terrible point.
No, but I'm saying when you're from a same state and you have like Yankees Mets, yeah, you're gonna hate the other team. Why would you want someone who's rooting against your team technically to win? It doesn't. It's just, you know what I mean?
No. I don't know what you mean. It doesn't make sense. You haven't been able to put it in words.
Okay, the Mets are clearly the little brother. Do you want your older brother to keep winning?
Listen, they're not necessarily. I don't consider them the little brother.
They're 40 years old. The Yankees are 100.
Yeah, sure, okay. If that's the way you look at it, but I'm only, like as far as my life, I know of the two of them existing at the same time, and you do as well.
But the history of it.
But you weren't aware of the history of it when you became a fan of the Mets.
Yeah, and I would, what my uncle did to me is, it might be child abuse. Right. Like giving me Met tickets instead of Yankee tickets.
Well, I mean, it is funny because when you were a kid, the Staten Island Yankees were going strong and they had a great stadium over there. I went to that stadium. No?
I mean, because they were called the Yankees. They shouldn't have been called the Yankees or I would have went to a game. I've never went to a game.
You never went?
I saw the Beach Boys there.
I mean, like that stadium just has like weeds growing in it now, right?
Oh, no. There's the Staten Island Ferry Hawks now.
Oh.
Wally Backman is the coach.
Okay. Yeah. Are they single A?
They are no A. They are not affiliated with baseball. With Major League.
Okay. So do they play baseball?
They do play baseball. It is an independent.
Is it Ultimate Frisbee?
It's an independent league.
All right. Well, that's fine. When I was a kid in Syracuse, our local team was often unaffiliated as well, and they were.
And now you got the Mets.
Not good. Actually, I think they are not the Mets anymore.
No,
I don't think so.
No, they are. It's 100%.
I think that it's 100%. If that's the case, then they will not be like next year or something. They're going away from it.
Really?
And I really don't understand it.
I wonder. But the Mets want their AAA to be close to.
I know.
I think isn't that the new rule where you're supposed to be within like 50 to 100 miles to the team? I believe.
Yeah, they're not even close to that. It's way more than that. But
that is true.
It's over double that.
Yes.
So maybe that's the issue.
Okay. So maybe that was a dumb rule I made up in my head.
I mean, it's a smart rule. It should be the case, but
because I know when the Mets had theirs in Las Vegas, like it was just a nightmare. To get players.
I mean, come on. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's a long flight from Vegas. All right, let's stay on baseball. And I think to me, the only thing more impenetrable than the European soccer leagues, which I just don't follow. I cannot follow.
I can't.
The only thing more impenetrable than that is the MLB draft, which is this weekend.
Oh, for sure.
The MLB draft is a bizarre thing that I hear about. And until this year, I didn't really even know when it was or, what was going to happen. I looked it up. It's 20 rounds and there are 600 selections. 600. It is the most inconsequential of all the drafts.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a ton of sense. I guess it's because there's no fan base for college baseball, despite ESPN's best efforts trying to put college baseball all over the place, the College Baseball World Series. And people I know love it and also bet on it. I know a bunch of people that bet on it.
Okay.
I mean, but I can't get into it. They got to get rid of the metal bats. I hate the clang of the bat. I hear that and I'm like, I'm done with this. We don't need aluminum bats in Division I college baseball. You know, grow up. It's like a different sport. But you know, it's just impossible for me to get into it. I see all these these articles with all these names I've never heard of, and it's completely inconsequential to me. I really don't understand it.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, it doesn't matter if you pick first or 600. Anyone could make the MLB. You know, like these players are just, you know.
I think Pujols was drafted in like the 14th round or something like that.
Piazza was a favor.
Right.
Like he was literally a favor.
And it was just because he was a catcher.
Yeah. Like seriously. And he was Lasorda's godson. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like you never know.
He wouldn't have made it if he'd played, and because he didn't catch, right? Is that the story? He hadn't caught, and then somebody was like, put the pads on. You're going to start catching today, and I think next week we might be able to do something with this. Yeah. It's insane.
And also, if we went back, I bet if we had this discussion, we went back and looked at the last 40 top fives in MLB, we wouldn't know most of those players.
You know, Nick Kurtz, I think, was drafted 4th last year, and he's having a great year.
Great year, 100%.
And you know, I think that there is a statistic that I saw today where the number one player is typically does last at least 3 seasons in the majors. The number one pick. There are exceptions to that. There's many exceptions to that, but I believe that the number one pick is typically a surefire pick. But it's just players are often drafted 2 times or 3 times. They get out of high school, they get out of college. I cannot tell you how disinterested I am in it. And it's also because of, you know, the archaic minor league system in baseball. You know, you really don't know, like, I don't know the record of the minor league Yankee teams.
No. And baseball's now trying to say, with their new collective bargaining agreement, they've already thrown this out, that they want these kids to at least go to college now for 2 years, that they're not going to draft them at 18. It's one of those things like, what's that going to do? It's ridiculous.
I mean, at least, you know, come up with a strategy to make it look like it's not all just about money. Yeah. You know what I mean? Come up with a strategy to make it look like you have, you know, the players in mind when you're making some of these decisions, and some development in mind when you're making some of these decisions.
Or why would the South American players be able to get signed at 16, but all players wouldn't be able to get signed till 20? Doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make
sense. Doesn't make sense.
Okay. With all of this in mind, I don't want to do a full quiz this week. We don't have a ton of time. But I just want to ask you this one question. And if you don't get it with the first question,
then we go.
I will give you a hint.
Okay.
What famous Nick was drafted in the MLB in 1993?
Charlie Ward.
Exactly correct, Vinny. Good call.
He was drafted in 3 weeks.
Do you know what non-basketball award he won in college? He won the Heisman Trophy at Florida State in 1993. That's incredible. Why isn't Charlie Ward? I mean, what is his personality like? He should be on every talking head show.
He really should be.
It's really incredible. He should at least be involved with the College Game Day. Like, why is he not involved?
Drafted, I believe, number 21 by the Knicks, if I'm right. If my brain is telling me correctly, I believe he was number 21. But yeah, Ward was, Heisman winner. I believe he also did they win the national title with Charlie Ward? I'm almost positive Charlie Ward also won the national title at Florida State.
Yeah. Okay, so he was drafted 26th by the Knicks.
Sorry, 26.
And did Florida State win the title in 93? Yes. Wow. Really incredible stuff. Yeah. Really incredible stuff. It's funny.
Notre Dame lost to them by a field goal. That Lou Holtz team is probably one of the best Lou Holtz ever had.
Lou Holtz. I'm going to tell you a quick Lou Holtz story before we move on. Okay. One of my best friends was at their best friend's house when they were 8 years old. Uh-huh. And sorry, I just got a text. And the father, it was noon. Mm-hmm. The father, started cracking beers at noon to watch the Notre Dame game.
Like one should.
on CBS on a Saturday early afternoon, and as he and it was so my friend was at his friend's house. His friend's father started cracking beers, and they're just sort of playing. They're like 8 years old.
Yeah.
And they're playing with toys. And then they were like walking by the living room where the father was watching the Notre Dame game, and he goes, "Tommy, I'm buying you a new Notre Dame cap." And he's like, "Oh, great! Oh yeah, great, thanks, Dad." And then he goes, "Because I'm gonna take the old one, shit in it, and mail it to Lou Holtz." What a great story.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's an all-timer.
Shit, send it to Lou Holtz.
Okay, so other weird, I don't want to quiz you on this stuff, but Brandon Weeden was taken in the second round of the, Brandon Weeden, the terrible Browns quarterback.
Yes.
He was taken in the second round of the 2002 MLB draft by the Yankees. Yeah. He played 5 seasons in their farm system.
That's crazy.
Well, in their farm system and another farm system.
Well, the Yankees also, Chad Henne was a...
Yes.
Yeah. Was Dan Marino drafted by the Yankees as well?
No, he was drafted by...
Elway was drafted by the Yankees.
Elway was drafted by first he was drafted by the Royals in the 18th round of 1979, okay. And then the Yankees in 1981 when he graduated from Stanford. He got a $150,000 offer from the Yankees, and he used his baseball contract as leverage when he was drafted first overall by the Baltimore Colts.
So they had to trade him.
So he had to trade. They traded him to the Broncos. Elway did appear in 42 games for the Yankees' short season affiliate Oneonta Yankees.
Wow.
Isn't that insane?
That is insane.
Oneonta, Elway was playing baseball up in Oneonta, New York before his football career started. It's just wild. Marino was drafted in the 4th round, but obviously he chose to go to Pitt.
Of course.
And had an incredible year at Pitt, and then
best quarterback. I don't care what anyone says, Dan Marino's still one of the best quarterbacks ever.
100%.
If he would have had the rules that they have today, he would break every record.
Okay, we don't have a ton of time left, but let me just ask you this question.
Okay.
Is the Knicks model the new model that everyone is duplicating in the NBA?
People will obviously copycat it. It's a copycat league. The Knicks just won the title. So I assume some teams will go the Knicks route.
The Boston Celtics?
Maybe, possibly. I don't know if it's I didn't see the Knicks trade their best player.
Well, here's the thing. So
their rival.
So the new buzzword in the NBA is optionality, right? That's what Brad Stevens said in his post Jalen press conference. He used the word optionality over and over again, because the model for a championship caliber team in the NBA is no longer the Miami Heat, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade model, where you have 3 incredible players and they suck up
everything,
all the payroll, and then you basically throw anybody else around them who wants to take a pay cut or who doesn't make any money or whatever. So what Brad Stevens is saying is, if you want to win a championship, you have to have that depth. You have to have above average role players for the third quarter to hold the line while the starters catch their breath, just like the Knicks.
For sure.
And, it's like, let me ask you, did the Knicks win the title because of their deep bench, or did they win because of incredible performances by stars like Brunson, Towns, and Anunoby? 3 incredible players. And you could throw, Mikal Bridges is a, he cost a lot to bring to the New York Knicks.
For sure.
But he is more of a role player, especially, he's a great defensive player. But on offense, especially in this finals run, he was much more of a role player than anything else.
I think the Knicks, obviously the depth, obviously the guys up front. I also think, and this could be the case that I have a feeling will happen with the Yankees this year, that they'll have this opportunity. The Knicks took an advantage of a weak East and went with it. And then they beat a team that most thought was better than them. But by then, the Knicks were on this magical run, and they did it. I still don't know if a healthy Celtics team, if they didn't lose to the Sixers, wouldn't have maybe beaten the Knicks, but we'll never have to worry about that.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, but you do agree the Celtics, that was a bit. I mean, we talked about this last week. That's a bad trade. Like a week later, it's a bad trade.
It happened during our podcast last week, and I was, literally, it's a unanimous decision that the trade is a terrible trade, but he wanted to leave. And it doesn't matter, who's available. What could they do? He wanted to leave. They had to do the best they could with what they had. And Paul George, it's like, what do you want from a guy? He can win you a series. He can win you a series.
But are the Celtics that team that's just looking to win a series? I mean, I don't know.
Well, they also have Jason Tatum, who better win you a couple of series. But when Tatum, injury prone, and also consistency is an issue with Jason Tatum.
I don't know. I think the Celtics. You just don't trade a guy like that to you.
Listen, if Paul George has three, we just got a strange comment. If Paul George wins 3 games in a series for you,
okay,
and Jason Tatum doesn't have to do that workload, if he can just relax and play in the fourth quarter, then you got to be kidding me. It's worth it.
Yeah, sure.
Because, I mean, ideally they keep him. Yeah. Ideally, Brown is still a Celtic in a perfect world.
For sure.
But he wanted out. What are you going to do?
Fair enough.
You can't put a gun to his head. He didn't want to be there.
That's fair.
I don't know if it is. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the whole thing, this whole situation with the Celtics, to me, this is a situation where if I'm Brad Stevens, I go have a long conversation with my coach and I say, hey, you got to sort this shit out because you wrecked the thing.
Yeah.
It's on him.
Yeah.
And I think it's just the beginning. I think we're going to see a lot more riffs coming from this Boston team. Okay. We do have to wrap up. Let's just do a quick bet of the week. I'm looking at these 4 games in the World Cup that are coming up. I mean, so we got France, Morocco. That's tomorrow, Thursday at 4 p.m. France is a heavy favorite, -400. Oof. Some value there if you think Morocco can do it. And I have to say, a lot of people thought Morocco had a shot. Spain, Belgium. Spain, not as heavy a favorite, but a pretty heavy favorite, -355. Belgium is +265. Norway is +186. England is the favorite in that one at -235. And Argentina, -325. Switzerland, +250. My bet this week is I'm taking Norway, $100 bet on the money line Saturday at 5 p.m. for Norway to win. And that pays out $186 plus my money back. I'm going to take Norway over England because I don't like the look of this England team so far in this tournament.
That's a nice one. I like that.
And just real quick, the Golden Boot has shifted. I don't think I went through all of Messi's accolades when we were talking about it earlier, but he is now the favorite at +120. Mbappe is right behind him at +140.
Really?
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
It is crazy.
And I'm gonna stay away from picking winners, but I think Mbappe will have a goal at -130, and I think Haaland will have a goal at +100.
Ooh, that is nice. I like that. And I also like that you pronounce his name almost correctly.
Almost correct.
Okay. As we wrap up, is there anything that you have seen, listened to, consumed, enjoyed this week?
No, it's all been, honestly, the World Cup. That's really it so far. I have not been, the only thing I've been watching other than that, which is wrestling, and Sami Zayn got screwed.
I have no idea who that is.
Yes. Sami Zayn won the title for the first time after 20 years.
Oh, Sammy.
And then 9 days later, CM Punk came back and beat him at Monday Night Raw.
CM Punk.
Who I love, but
everybody loves
CM Punk. They should have given a little respect to Zayn.
Okay, I'm going to say that the show Silo came back this week. Have you watched that show?
I have not.
It's on Apple. It's good.
It's good?
The first episode of season 3 was an exposition episode. They're just doing plots. So I don't love that.
Okay.
I think you gotta, great shows like, Mad Men, my favorite show of all time, The Sopranos, like shows like that. They give you a nice little punch in the first episode to draw you in and show you without, doing something that you don't think characters would do.
Yeah.
Silo didn't really do that. I do have high hopes that the season will pay off. The second season of that show is really, really good.
Mad Men's a great show.
It's my favorite show of all time.
It's up there for me. I would go either Breaking Bad or Sopranos for me.
I would say I love Mad Men. I think second place is The Wire, and I think third place is Sopranos. The Wire
doesn't hold up to me.
Oh, it's so good. I just rewatched it.
I love Oz. And honestly, my favorite show of all time. It's not the best show ever, but Lost.
Lost, great show.
I fucking love Lost.
Great show. Great show. They fumbled the bag at the end, but it's a great show.
They fumbled the bag, but the last episode is
it's good enough.
It's good enough.
It's good enough.
But the last season has a lot to be desired.
Yeah, well, there's a couple the episodes with the smoke monster is a guy, and it's just Jacob is a guy, and they're brothers.
And the sideways episodes when it's like purgatory, that was annoying.
It was all annoying. But it is a great show and worth a watch. And they did a lot of episodes. They did a lot of writing in that show. I really appreciate it.
And it's a show that will never be done again.
Okay, let's close it up. Justin Verlander announced that he's retiring after this season. When you think of Verlander, what do you think of?
Hall of Famer, one of the best ever.
For me, he won the MVP in 2011 with the Tigers. What? A pitcher winning the MVP in the modern era? You got to be kidding me. Two more quick things. Watching the World Cup makes me appreciate Mike Brown as the Knicks coach because he made adjustments before the game. Pochettino watched his team completely fail in the first 10 minutes of that World Cup match and struggled to get his team sorted out. They never really got their footing the whole rest of the game. Hats off to Mike Brown for anticipating who he was matching up with. And I guess that's going to do it for this week's episode of If I Was a Betting Man, right here on Buzzer. As always, you can catch us here live stream on Buzzer, on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube, and a podcast, hopefully wherever you get your podcasts. And we will see you next week. Thank you for listening to If I Was a Betting Man.